What's going on, you all? Coach Freeze here, the boxing professor, coming to bring you a new video to our Boxing for Beginners series. Before we get into it, make sure you click that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, like, comment, share some feedback about these videos. I love making these videos right now. I've really gotten to the groove of getting comfortable in front of the camera. It took a minute and it's still taking a while. So these videos will only get better as we go. So today we're going to start on some defense. And the first defensive process that I want to work with you guys on is the bob and weave, not the Mike Tyson bob and weave. Remember, Mike Tyson had his own version of bobbing and weaving. And he was such a dangerous man that when he bobbed and weaved, he could take his eyes off of his opponent just for a slight moment. When you do the traditional bob and weave, you will not take your eyes off of your opponent. So remember, footwork, footwork, footwork. I harp on this a lot because all of your boxing starts with your footwork. Your feet are the most important tools when it comes to boxing because not only does it dictate where your hands are going to go, how fast your hands can punch, when to ground and throw power shots, but it also gets you in position with your body as far as defense, offense, and placing. So I'm an orthodox individual, and what I'm going to do is get my orthodox stance. Lead left, right back. The bob and weave, essentially what you do is you form a U, and you reverse the U. So if I'm orthodox, I'm going to bob out to my left and weave to my right. If I'm southpaw, I'm going to bob out to my right and weave back in to my left. All right? So if I'm in my orthodox stance, remember, back heel is up. What I have to do is not, firstly, roll under and look at the ground as I'm going under. You never take your eyes off of your opponent, okay? If I bob under and roll under and come up without looking, hypothetically, I just rolled under a right shot. A left could be coming. However, I wouldn't know it because I took my eyes off of my opponent. And a lot of coaches teach this, and it's highly flawed. Some of the most famous coaches online teach this, and it's highly flawed, okay? Never take your eyes off of your opponent. The second most important part is whatever size step that you take with your lead foot is the same size step that you have to take with your rear foot. You can't take a huge left step and a small back step. You notice I'm off balance now. I'm not as strong as I need to be, even for the shot that should counter behind it. You can't take a small lead step and a huge back step because what did it just do? It narrowed my stance, which means I have to reset again. Each step that you take in boxing, I don't care if it's shifting forward. I don't care if it's jabbing forward, jabbing backwards. Each step has to correlate with the other. So in the bob and weave sequence, you're going to take a 45-degree step with both of your feet at the same rate of spacing, right? So what we're going to do is, as I go under, that's my step. I don't want to take a huge step outside because if I do and my opponent's over here, my counter shot is not going to connect. I need to be in range as to where I am able to counter with the individual who's in front of me. So I take my lead step, I squat, and I'm still got my eyes on you, right? And what I'm going to do is step in with my right foot at the same spacing that I just took with my left foot. Notice I am now torqued forward because my weight should have shifted forward as well. Right now, my back toe is up, weight's on the front leg, and I just bobbed. And my opponent should be here. So when I bob over, I'm going to bring my right hand up a bit, just a bit higher, just in case they did throw that left hand. I'm ready. So 3 things going on here when you bob. I'm lined up with my opponent, step out, drop, step in, twist, and bring your hand up a bit higher. Not all the way up here as to where your body's exposed. But if my knuckles are on my cheekbone, I'll temple check. That's a cue that I give my fighters, tempo check. So I'll tempo check. I'm slightly blinded out of my right, but I'm fully connected with my left. You torque in. You turn your shoulder in. I'll turn to the side so you can see what it is I did. Once again, I step in, come under the shot, and defend here. Why is my weight on my left leg? So I can, boom, counter, boom, with the lead shot. Weight shifting. Go back to the video. Weight shifting is highly important. So what I'm doing right here is I am shifting my weight to my front leg so I can, boom, get a nice counter shot off. This is all in the bob. 2 steps. Let's watch again. Left step, right step, defend. Make sure that you don't defend here. Defend here just in case you have to catch the body shot. Shift the weight forward. That's the bob portion. The weave portion is you returning. Or if you're technical, you can go lateral with it. So you should be able to work forward and backward on the bob and weave. So for today's lesson, what we're going to do is move laterally on the weave. And I'll show you why. Let's say my opponent is here. I was looking for something to possibly use, but later. And I bob, boom, under my opponent's shot. Legs are still loaded. I'm not all the way up here. I'm still bent. And he decides to throw his left back. What I'm going to do is step over with my right foot and up with my left foot, because now my opponent's here, and up with my left hand to protect that temple. You don't want to go all the way up here because you don't want to expose the body. You're here. And I can see slightly out of my left, but fully out of my right. And my weight's on my right leg so I can shoot the right counter. So when I bobbed left, right, I shifted my weight to my front leg. When I weave right, left, my weight is now on my right leg. Notice I never take my eyes off of you. So when I bob, boom, I see you. Weave, boom, I see you. Bob, boom, I see you. Weave, boom, I see you. And if you notice, I'm inching closer. You have to be able to move and navigate forward, backwards, laterally when it comes to your footwork. Bobbing and weaving, 2 steps. So I'll turn to the side so you can see it. I think these side views are helping you guys. So when I bob, I'm under here. You heard 2 foot taps. I'm up on the back foot. I'm not on the heel. I'm up on the back foot, because if I'm down on the heel, I have to pick the foot up before I take my lateral step. When I weave, I step out, boom. And now I'm up on that front toe because my weight is shifted to the back leg. My opponent is here, and I have my protection here just in case my opponent throws a shot and I could counter off. Bob and weave. Let's do both. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Each bob and weave, or each step, the bob and the weave has 2 corresponding footsteps. You shift your weight into it, and I don't mean leaning and shifting your weight. I mean just that small weight transfer, as in the video that was prior, or a couple of prior to this one. Listen, the bob and weave is very, very important. What a lot of boxing coaches do and teach is literally just to hinge at the hip. I'm not going to say any specific boxing coach in general, but there's one out there who trains his entire gym like robots. And he has them literally roll under and roll under and roll under. And the moment that you take your eyes off of your opponent, a highly technical, skilled opponent is going to dismantle you. Plus, you have nothing loaded in the legs. You have to make sure you load your legs so that you have the appropriate power and strength and the counter that follows. When you bob and weave, if you go back to that video or the prior videos, when you bob to the left, your weight is loaded on your left leg. So you should be able to respond with either a left hook or a left uppercut. So let's look at that. If I'm bobbed, boom, I'm bobbed, right? My leg's loaded. You see it. Something from the left's coming. Boom, boom, right? When I weave, anything off of the right can come. We haven't gotten to the right hook, but my favorite is a right uppercut. Boom. A right cross. Boom. The weight shift is going to tell you, hey, you can do this. You can do that. But you only do that by practicing, and practicing until it's just natural. You have to understand that in order to become a great boxer and a great technician, you are going to do the basics over and over and over and over and over again. You're going to bore yourself to death with the basics. I implore you, I encourage you to bore yourselves with the basics so you guys can become an advanced fighter, because these techniques right here are what make individuals like Abdullah Mason so dangerous. He is a fundamentally sound technical fighter, and he puts together the basics so well that he's going to be around for an extremely long time. Okay? Listen, your homework today is to bob and weave 10 times forward, 10 times backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. You should hear your feet. 5, 1, 6, tap, 7, tap, 8, tap, 9, tap, 10. Start moving backwards. 1, 2, tap, bop, 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 6, bop, 7, bop, 8, bop, 9, bop, 10. That's it. Bobbing and weaving. If you're able to, you can start throwing the corresponding punches, but only if you feel the weight shift. If you don't feel the weight shift, work on that more. Don't get too far ahead of what you're supposed to be doing. Don't try to get to the advanced before you master the basics. Bob and weave forward. Then you can throw together everything else that we've been teaching, right? So if you go back to the beginning of the series, you've got your jab, boom. So you should be able to step with your jab. You should be able to shuffle. Then you should be able to bob, weave. You should be able to throw your 2, your rear uppercut, bob, lead uppercut, lead hook. There is a lot that you have already learned, and you don't even know it yet if you haven't started throwing it together. And you wouldn't know it either if you haven't been practicing. So practice, practice, practice. I hope this video helps you guys. I hope this reaches the right amount of people and everybody who needs it. And if it hasn't reached the right amount of people, please hit that share button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. I'm here for you all. I'm gifting you with the sweet science tools. A lot of stuff that a lot of coaches are going to hold back from you. I'm not. I would be failing myself if I withheld information from you, because what that means is I've capped and I have nothing else to go learn. So I should be learning more as I'm giving you all more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next lesson.